I got some questions for you,
Let's hear it,
Trevor,
man. Hit me with
because
them.
all I've known of you so far is you're a big jack dude, and you opened up a gym here in the
Yep.
Quad Cities. You're a military veteran, but my first question is, why? Because the
Gotcha.
Quad Cities has a ton of gyms, but you obviously saw a need for this facility, so
Yes,
let's talk
absolutely.
about it. I want to know, first of all, like, what all of a sudden was that moment where you said, I want to open up a gym
Absolutely.
in Bettendorf, and this
Okay.
is the vibe I want to have?
Okay, so I've always wanted to open up a gym my whole life. I mean, I can quite literally say that the gym saved my life. I mean, my best friend Jake Wooten got me into the gym when we were in college. You know, partying too much, all of that really negative stuff in my life. And he literally, quite literally forced me to go to the gym with him, never looked back. So that click, that spark, that light plug just changed my life forever. It made me a more honest man, a harder working man, and a driven man. So it's just my happy place, the gym. So that instant spark is like, man, I would love to offer that to other people. That life-changing moment where like, man, every single time that I step foot into the gym, I walk out a better person. So I want other people to feel that. Regarding Bettendorf, I'm from Bettendorf, graduated in 2012 from Pleasant Valley, trained here my whole life until I went to the military, and I just haven't found that here. You know, we've got a lot of corporate gyms, not a lot of bodybuilding, powerlifting focused gyms. The CrossFit community is fantastic. And I would love to bring that kind of energy and culture and community to the powerlifting and bodybuilding communities, because I think that's what this area deserves. Know a lot of people here, a lot of great lifters, a lot of great athletes, and I think they deserve a good facility.
Well, I'd say that's a heck of a good answer. Tell me about the hours of this place. Like, how do people sign up? How do they get involved in the gym? When can they come in here and work out?
For sure. So it's a 24/7 gym, so 24/7 member access. The staffed hours are 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., 7 days a week. So, you know, pretty hefty hours. So pretty much there's not a time in which somebody can't walk through these doors, you know, get a tour of the facility by myself. I really want this to be a non-corporate atmosphere. I want there to be a name, a face to Vintage Iron, and that's myself. Open door policy. My members matter. I love every single one of them. If they have a problem, an issue, a concern, walk into the office, give me a call, text me, and we'll figure it out, because I don't want there to be any kind of negative feelings towards somebody's training because of the facility. You get that a lot at the corporate gyms, whether it be, I don't want to throw names out there, but you have no idea who owns them. Frankly, they probably don't care. You're just another number to them and another paycheck rolling in. And I don't want that. I want to build a community here.
Well, and I noticed there's really no purple in here either.
There's no purple. We went with the black because the way the fitness industry has moved is a lot towards content creation, right? And angles, lighting, all that stuff matters when recording, when taking your pictures. So I wanted to offer a space for those people to film, to take progress videos, pictures, because A, that's marketing to me, and B, they can show the world their progress and their amazing physiques that they've built at Vintage Iron.
You know, that is an interesting thing that you bring up, because as I'm in just about every gym in this area almost every day. And so you will see people that will be just in there to work out, and some people are in there documenting their progress and documenting what they're doing and sharing it on social media.
Right.
And so you have this group of people that will sometimes give the nod on that and be like, yeah, great, I do that too. And you got some people that frown on that.
Absolutely.
And I think of sometimes the people that frown upon that just don't quite understand, because they don't do that anyway.
For sure. And at the end of the day, it's all about respect, right? In the gym, it's all about respect, respecting the gym and respecting the members, because everybody pays to go here, and the owner of the gym pays for the gym to be here, right? So it's all about respect. So, you know, if you're going to film, don't have your tripod right in the middle of a walk-in area. That's a safety hazard, and B, you don't own the gym. So just be mindful of others around you. But at the same time, if you're not in anybody's way, you're just recording it, you're getting after it, then if somebody gives you a hard time, come to me. We'll have a conversation. Look, you know, they're not harming anybody. They're just trying to record the progress and show the world like this awesome physique. And I think that's great. So
the big name gyms that are out there, and especially the ones that are pro videoing yourself and taking some pictures during your workout, those gyms have gotten a lot of exposure through social media.
Absolutely.
And I will say that there's not really a facility in this area that almost invites it.
Yes, absolutely.
And so that's kind of a cool thing, and I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just the way the fitness industry is shifting, and you have to either grow with the times or kind of die out. You just have to go with where that culture is going, where it's at currently, and where it's going if you want to survive. It's a tough industry, so you just need to be cognizant of a lot of that. So.
What branch of the military were you at?
So I was in the Army. So I was in the 75th Ranger Regiment, based out of Savannah, Georgia for 5 years. So Joint Special Operations Command. Great time. It helped fuel that fire even more for fitness. The last thing I did there is I worked underneath the trainers in our gyms, which are top-notch facilities. Sorinex equipment, Rogue, a lot of name brands, Kabuki. So it got me obsessed with equipment and quality equipment.
I've got a lot of buddies that have a military background, and one of the things that I'm almost jealous of is their attention to detail,
Yes.
2, cleanliness.
Absolutely.
And those are 2 big things that go into a gym,
For sure.
especially if you're a hands-on owner, which obviously you are.
Yes.
I mean, you've put hands on all this stuff yourself practically,
Literally,
bringing it in.
absolutely.
So thank you for not having us do all that.
yeah, no. But believe me, it was fantastic to have you guys to catch a break for a second and take a seat and watch the work being done. So thank you very much for that. It was a much needed break for me.
So it's fun because this doesn't have an overpowering military vibe to it in here, but it does have a cool flavor to it. Like I see a lot of the flags that are on the wall there.
Absolutely.
And so for a non-military guy like myself, what are the flags on
Absolutely. So there's 2 brands that I love. One's called Warm Fuzzy. That term Warm Fuzzy is actually a military term when you're giving a presentation to your guys. Say it's about a mission. You ask your guys, does everybody have a warm fuzzy? It's that feeling like, do you understand what I'm saying, and can you act upon what you have been told? So it's just that's just a military term. So he was an ex-Ranger, fantastic human being. I love his mission. He does a lot of photography and work within the veteran space. And the other one is Tack Hunt Fish. That's owned by a retired Green Beret, fantastic human being. That he got famous making his athletic shorts. They're beautiful camo prints, all sorts of different prints at a reasonable price. I think they retail like $32, which find a short company that can make $32 short. So I love what he's doing for the community. He does flags, merchandise, collaborations, and then a lot of work in the charity space too. So I just love that.
And I know I mentioned earlier, since we're talking about apparel, I do really like the shirt. I mean, it almost kind of has like a burlap sack look to it, but it's a soft shirt. Like that's a cool looking shirt. Where'd you get those?
Yep. So we partnered with a local screen printing company called Elite Ink. Plug to those guys. They're fantastic human beings, a locally owned company, great guys. Couldn't recommend them enough if you have any screen printing needs. I chose this shirt because I felt like it kind of had that vintagey feel to it.
Yeah.
100% made in America, 100% cotton. This fabric is called PK, I want to say. So it's almost like a textured feel to it, almost like a traditional polo, Ralph Lauren polo. Yeah. Not quite as aggressive, almost like knurling on a barbell. So, and then, having kind of like that subtle print where it's a little faded to offer more of a vintage vibe, vintage iron, right? So.
It almost looks like one that I could work out in, though, too. Like
exactly. These are like really like they're slightly oversized. So the new thing is pump covers, right? So I strongly recommend people. I love 100% cotton to work out in. So it's a great pump cover for my members.
You got an open house coming up.
Yep.
When is that?
So our soft opening is going to be this Saturday, the 18th. We'll be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That will be an open gym to all of our members. Thank you so much for signing up. I sincerely appreciate it, and I love you guys for that. So it'll be an open gym to them. Get your training in, get your videos, your pictures, love it. And then it'll also be open to the public. Every person that comes in will get a grand tour by yours truly, myself. I'll walk them through the gym, kind of like my mission statement, what we have to offer, show them some of the equipment, let them try it out a little bit. And then hopefully, those prospective members turn into full-fledged members.
So when I'm surfing the socials,
yes,
how do we find this joint?
Absolutely. So you can find us on Instagram, on TikTok, and our website. So our website is www.vintageirongymbet.com. You can sign up for memberships, info about the gym, myself, my wife. You can buy merch, pretty much everything you need in one place.
And what's your Twitter and Instagram handles?
Absolutely. So the Instagram is Vintage Iron Gym Bet as well. It's pretty much congruent across all of that.
Okay.
So.
Great. Well, I got to tell you, I can't wait to hit some workouts in here.
Absolutely.
I think the place is so neat. Trevor, man, thank you.
It's been a
This has
pleasure.
been great working with you, and I can't wait to continue to work with you.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thank you.